Senator John Kennedy is literally, in his own words, in disbelief at what he found was being taught at a school in New York. Now, quite frankly, these things are being taught all across the country. So just because you think, oh, liberal New York, of course they're teaching this. No. The left's goal is to make sure that their propaganda is being taught throughout the nation. And it is important for people like John Kennedy to step up, to stand up, and fight back against this and expose this. So I need you to watch every single second of this clip. We have listened to your feedback, and I am going to intro the clip for you. I'm going to go off screen. You're going to watch the entire clip. And by the way, we're all mesmerized by John Kennedy when he speaks. So I'm just going to let him have the floor here in a second. But just as a quick reminder, my name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Please make sure to like this video if you want this message to get out there, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps the channel out in such a big way. So let's take in every single second of this. Here's John Kennedy.
Mr. President, I saw something last week that I didn't believe. I read the article, and then I searched the internet for other articles saying the same thing to confirm that it was true, and it was true. I'm still in disbelief. The largest public school system in America is in New York City. I love New York City. I think it's the greatest city in the world. And the New York Public Schools publish a monthly newsletter. It's called, let's see, what's it called? Office of Student Pathways Newsletter. Every month, the public school system in New York City sends this newsletter. They blast it out to teachers. They blast it out to parents, not just in New York City, but all across the country. And in the latest newsletter that they blasted out, they had one of those bullet points that they made in the newsletter that's kind of, when you look at it on the internet, it's kind of pale blue. You can click on it, and it sends you to another site. The bullet point on the newsletter that the public schools in New York sent out was called, quote, Guidelines for Teaching About Genocide. Guidelines for Teaching About Genocide. And if you clicked on this phrase in the newsletter, it sent you to another site. And you know what the site was? Stop Gaza Genocide Toolkit. Stop Gaza Genocide Toolkit. The administration of the New York Public Schools, largest in the country, is sending this out to its teachers and its students and to the world. If you take a look and you say, what's in this toolkit, this Stop Gaza Genocide Toolkit? It contains the biggest bunch of anti-Semitic rot you can imagine. The toolkit, among other things, it breaks down how to mobilize pro-Palestinian campaigns on social media. It tells our students and our teachers how to boycott and encourage divestment from pro-Israel organizations. It encourages readers to print out Palestine yard signs and calls our kids and our parents to action. Now, the head of the public schools in New York was embarrassed. Once people started going, what's going on? Why are you publishing this anti-systemic rot accusing Israel of genocide? After it was Israel that was attacked, after it was Hamas that started the war. And the chancellor, Ms. Melissa Aviles Ramos, said it was just a troubling oversight. That's what she said, troubling oversight. But then the article goes on to say that it's been discovered that a similar version of the toolkit, this oversight, was published in the newsletter in the prior month. It was in the November 2024 newsletter. And that document called on all the teachers and all the students in the New York public schools and everybody else reading the newsletter, called on them to participate in, quote, Rage Week and, quote, resist genocide by mobilizing on Saturday, October 5th for a day of action ahead of the anniversary of Hamas on October 7th, 2023. That was the date of the terrorist attack on Israel, which apparently the administration of the public schools wants to celebrate. Here's what one of the teachers in the public school system said when she discovered this. It is systemic rot. It's systemic rot, said Karen Feldman, an educator of over 26 years who resigned. She resigned. And it should not go unnoticed that in addition to this oversight, we know it wasn't an oversight. I mean, pigs may fly someday, but I doubt it. This wasn't an oversight. Now we find out recently that New York State education officials have rejected President Trump's administration's demand to do away with certain diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts that call for quotas, racial quotas, which are illegal in the United States of America under recent Supreme Court precedent. These state officials wrote President Trump, and this is what they said. There are no state or federal laws prohibiting the principles of DEI. I don't understand that. Racial quotas are illegal. You can't use race in America, according to well-settled law, to hurt a person or to help a person. But these officials at the state level, not the local level, they said no state or federal laws prohibit the principles of DEI. And they said that they are aware of no jurisdiction that the federal government has to withdraw funding. Well, you know what? I hope we find out. I hope we find out. This kind of stuff makes me want to jump out of a moving car. And this is the kind of, in the words of the teacher who resigned, systemic rot, rank anti-Semitism that in New York they're sending to our teachers and our kids and to the world.
That was, he has every single right to be that upset. This is what the left wants to indoctrinate our children with, and it is absolutely disgusting. Honestly, like I said, even if you don't live in New York City, Every state is under attack, and that is why voting in your local elections is so important. Do you see the DEI and everything else that they're trying to incorporate in their curriculums? Anti-Semitism, just pure rot, like John Kennedy says. So let me know what you think about this disgusting curriculum put out by this New York City school. And let me know in the comments if there's any questionable things that they're teaching in your local schools that has you concerned. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. And if there's someone in your life that you feel like needs to see this, please send them this video. We need this information out there in the world. So, Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com, signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.